Do you feel this energy that wants to rise up inside of you and do something, but you also feel the energy of suppression, the energy of no? It's like the energy wants to come up, and this other energy of suppression. This energy that wants to come up is life, is God, is reality, is goodness, is love. This energy that's suppressing it is ego, is your identity, your identification, is your conditioning, is your resistance. All ego is resistance. Ego is not a singular entity or an identity. It is the action of resistance. But of course, they're actually one and the same energy, because it's one anyway. This is life wanting to come up and express itself, love itself, be itself, experience itself. This ego, this energy of suppression and resistance, is also that same life. It goes, it's doing that to itself. It's doing that to itself. And so this is like, people say it's like, oh, you don't need to do anything because you're already enlightened. It's like, yeah, like everything is the same awake awareness. Everything is the same energy. Even ego is the same. It's just a more contracted and resisting energy, you know? But, so you can look at it that way. You can be like, oh, there's nothing to do, you know? It's like, I've got this ego and it doesn't matter. It's like, yeah, keep that in mind. It's like, it's always useful to have to, you know, to not resist the resistance as well, because it's like, I've got this resistance, and then it's like, oh, I'm resisting the resistance, and then I'm resisting the resistance of the resistance. So it's like, just open up. It's like, accept that you're resisting, and accept that you're resisting the resistance and whatever. But also at the same time, I think like another word for ego is fear. Another word for resistance is fear. And again, like it's all the same energy. Love and fear is the same in a sense, but so that's, you know, why, you know, spiritual people always say things like, oh, everything's perfect, you know, like nothing needs to be fixed. And it's like, yeah, this is true, because they're speaking from the absolute, where ego and life is one and the same. But on the relative level, here we are living, and what are we going to do to what are we going to do? And what we're going to do is open up more to love, open up more to life, to spontaneous expression and play and joy. Because, you know, you go about in the world and you see a lot of people and they're miserable. They look unhealthy, they look miserable, they look rushed or depressed. And sure, it's like, it's all okay. But at the same time, it's like, how do you want to live, you know? And this is why we suffer. This is suffering. This is the reason why we suffer, is because this life and love wants to come up and express itself, but the other energy is pushing it down. We're suffering because we don't know how to open up this resistance and allow the life to come through, that wants to come through. That's why we suffer. That is what suffering is. In most cases, you know, the majority of suffering. Of course, you still experience physical pain, and maybe you have a chronic illness and chronic pain or whatever, but the majority of the suffering that we're experiencing is this resistance, and it's all coming from our conditioning and upbringing. And yeah, what else can I say about this? Well, let me just take it back to my personal experience. Like right now in my life, lately, I've been experiencing a lot of like anxiety and fear in my body. And it's because there's this desire to be seen more, to be open more, to share myself more in ways that previously seemed I guess shameful or controversial or whatever. But this energy that wants to come up and express itself and be seen and connect and explore is the energy of life, and it's the energy of love. And so there's actually really nothing to fear of it, because it's going to be expressed in the best way possible. But there's fear because it means this ego energy, it means that is going to have to be torn apart. And we identify with that energy of suppression. We identify with that. And so when it's torn apart, it's like, oh no, who am I now? Who am I now? And you just let this spontaneous life flow out of you. And then this ego identification, it's like, oh shit, what am I now? And you're stepping into the unknown, and so that's why the fear is there. And so it's very interesting. It's like there's this natural life that wants to come up and be expressed, but this energy of suppression pushing it down. And we think like, oh, what I want more than ever is to get rid of this energy that's suppressing it down. I'm so sick of that. I want the life to come up. But we're identifying with the suppression, with the resistance. And so it's like, it's like paradoxically, what we want more than ever is for this resistance to go away and let our natural expression to come out. Paradoxically, we want that to go away, yet at the same time we want to keep it more than anything else because we're identifying with it. And so if that goes away, then it's like, oh shit, what am I now? I'm going into the unknown. I don't know who I am, what life is. It's like, it's too scary. I don't know what that is. Like, basically, you're dying, because you're identifying with this. If you identify with that and it's gone, then you are gone because you are identifying with it. You see? Oh mate, so just want to make this quick little video. I've started a new online community, so come join us and we can connect and like explore this kind of shit, talk about this kind of stuff. And it's early days, you know, let's co-create this space together. It's called The Truth Playground. So it will be the top link in the description. Come check it out. Yeah, man, it's gonna be sick.